Let's go! What is up, everybody? This is episode 57 of the Fanatics Podcast. I'm Damien.
What it do? Hope you guys had a good turkey day. It's Dylan.
It is Frank, and I have a reason to be happy.
Get it over with, Frankie.
How about that? How about that Cowboys coming back to Tucson? Let's go.
Bro, you got to be more enthusiastic than that. you gotta do the Skip Bayless. You gotta pound the table. How about
Let's go!
Oh!
Let's go. That was a good win. So why did you guys win the game, Frankie? Why did you guys win the game?
I mean, Jeff Sims' 3 interceptions had a little bit to do with it. But honestly, like, you know that meme where the guy's like, y'all had us in the first half. I'm not going to lie. That's literally how I felt the entire first half because you guys were literally shutting us down.
I was ready to give Jeff Sims some praise.
And then all of a sudden, in the second half, the wheels fell off, and then U of A ran you guys over.
Well, one thing I noticed. I'll get off with these so-called excuses that a lot of these Kitty Cat fans are saying in our Arizona Sports Fanatics groups. It's not excuses, is what me and some Sun Devil fans observed. Your guys' defense is pretty decent. Well, more than decent. You guys' defense is pretty good. You guys stopped a run, for the most part. Which, if we don't have the run game, especially with Levitt out, like we're pretty limited with Jeff Sims. Let's face it, Jeff Sims is horrible. He barely completes half his passes every game he comes to. He's not even a QB2. Okay, he should be QB3. If like you know what I'm saying, so he's horrible, and especially that drive where he had the chance to make it one possession. What was it? It was a 13-point game. He couldn't make a 6-point game, and the dude turns into his hands and fumbles, gives you guys the ball for you guys to milk it down, up 2 possessions already. So that's what kind of kills it. So when you take away the run game, and when Jordan Tyson, which I didn't even mention yet, re-aggravates his hamstring, his number one is out. So when Jeff Sims can't even throw the ball, and you have your number one out, options are very limited for the Sun Devils offense. So yeah, when options are limited for the offense, U of A defense plays stellar. Yeah, U of A is gonna have a good chance to win the game. So
I was gonna say U of A's got some NFL talent in that secondary.
take that for excuses, Kitty Cat fans.
I mean, like I was saying from the beginning of the season, Jeff Sims is just not a starting quarterback. He's just not. Also, I would have to say this does prove that Dillingham is a pretty good coach, though. He can keep us competitive for, games where we should probably get smacked up. And eventually we do get smacked up in this one, but I thought that, I mean, what did you expect? I didn't expect them to go out there and do anything magical. Ever since Levitt's gone, my belief on the Sun Devils has drastically gone down, and I don't see how anybody could be high on them anymore.
Do you guys feel like Levitt's out the door?
Kind of.
I mean, they did sign a really good 4-star recruit, so at least if Levitt does leave, they do have an option.
But my thing is, okay, but if his thoughts are going to the transfer portal, like what schools is he looking at? No reports out there. It's like, oh, he wants to go to like UCLA or Texas A&M. You know, like there's no schools out the report out there that he might want to go to. So
Could you
it's kind of out in
imagine
the air for me right now.
Imagine if Lane Kiffin dropped him an offer.
That would be insane. Him going to LSU.
But there was also a leaked X tweet out there that's not deleted about Kenny Dillingham kind of teasing about also leaving the program too. So
I don't think Kenny's leaving at all. I think he's locked in. I think it's like the same situation we have in Tucson with Brennan. They're both happy where they're at. They haven't, everybody just expects everybody to leave because money's on the table. Not everybody's Lane Kiffin.
Yeah, but there has been rumors about Kenny for a while, so it's still something to look at because at the end of the day, these people's dreams are probably to go to the NFL. Levitt and Dillingham, and so they're probably going to take whatever chances they can get to get as close as they can to being in the NFL.
Well, shoot, we'll take Dillingham on the Cardinals right now.
Right, I'm taking anybody.
He still has. We need more of like more of a playoff runs out of Kenny Dillingham before he's more of an NFL caliber coach.
And we need
So
someone for the Cardinals that has actual playoff experience.
I don't
No
think
more
he's
college
NFL ready
coaches or
yet.
coordinators. I'm done with that.
We can make that a random poll. Is Kenny Dillingham an NFL ready coach?
That's a good one. And I mean, like you said, Damien, like honestly, I feel like that overall is his long-term goal. But as long as he's in the college game and he's trying to, perfect his skills, connect with the team, understands the ins and outs of what really takes to be a champion, I think he's at least in Tempe for, another 5-6 years before we even think about him jumping to the NFL.
For sure. And if that's the case, I think he can convince Sam Levitt to stay if that's I think they're that kind of package deal.
Bro, last year's ASU vibes had me thinking like Nick Saban, Alabama, let's roll Tide vibes, like, yes, Kenny's gonna finally build a dynasty with this squad. Like that's the vibes we had last year, and it's a little bit different this year, but it's okay. And Kenny we trust with the recruiting process, so
I was gonna say they got a pretty decent class coming in. They were, number 6 in the Big 12, and I believe they were like 38 nationally. So they can, Kenny's got some good guys coming in, and as do, the Wildcats. And I've mentioned this before on the board and in some of my videos on TikTok. Both teams being good, I don't care what anybody says, is best for the rivalry and best for the state. Mm-hmm. That way you keep your top recruits in state. You don't have to worry about other programs because, hey, if we have 2 top tier programs in a good conference, they don't feel the need to leave.
Anybody also noticed with ASU's defensive coordinator how they, for some reason, he has a fetish of covering cover 0 blitz. How many times did he call that against you guys, too? And like half the time that it did work with Fifita. Like you guys got him sacked a couple times through some god awful throws, but a couple times he torched him against us. Even that game against Mississippi State, cover 0 blitz, like torched us for the game. It's like, why does our defensive corner love calling cover 0? And it's like we don't execute the play as much as we should, as much of the times we call that. Have any of you guys noticed that?
Yeah, no, they did it in the college football playoff game with what's it called, Texas.
Crazy, I didn't even think of that too. It's like, and there's plays there that arguably cost us the game too with that play too. It's like we don't. It's like, do we not have the talent?
It's a bad habit.
It's a bad habit too, or it's like, and you see the broadcasters always blaming it on the safeties too, not performing their assignments too. So I don't know, man.
Of course,
like
it's easy
we need to stop calling cover 0, man.
Yeah, something. Listen. If it doesn't matter, it could be the safety's fault. It doesn't matter. If you're the coach and you see that your guys can't execute a play, there's no reason to call it over and over and over again.
100%. And the reason why Arizona's defense has had such a great turnaround is their defensive coordinator knows how to make adjustments. He knows how to use his personnel. So if he sees something that, hey, I don't think our guys can execute, we're going to play them for their strength. And that's why he's up for, top assistant of the year, because last year, Arizona's defense was absolute dog shit. And, same unit a year later, one of the best units nationally and in the Big 12, per turnover ratio, night and day.
Yeah, no doubt.
I don't even think your guys' offensive line was a weak spot either. So it's like, why call it in the first place?
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. Maybe it's just, sometimes you got to heat them up, but there's other blitzes, bro. There's other blitzes.
Right.
We've all seen it. There's 100% those coaches that will live or die with their bread and butter.
So because we got beat in football, does that mean that the Devils are going to beat the Wildcats at basketball?
I mean, ASU basketball looks pretty solid this year, so I'm looking forward to actually having a rivalry on the court again because
Yeah, not a very good record for ASU in that department.
right.
Right.
I was gonna say I seem to remember if one of the few times that you guys owned us in basketball was the Harden years and then the Ike Diagu years.
You know, I love the Harden years because I was in high school and I got to be old enough to like enjoy that. You know, I actually went to ASU and saw a game. I'm gonna tell this story every time we talk about James Harden. So that's just it's good stuff though.
That's dope though.
I'll remember it forever. I got to see him cook in college.
Heck yeah, dude.
Not,
Speaking
not
of
the Sun Devils.
basketball team that's cooking,
Ooh.
Oh wait, hold on.
what?
You talking about the Suns? The
Yeah,
Phoenix,
those
the
sons,
villains, the Phoenix villains.
the ones that were supposed to be in the cellar.
Hey,
We got hit
nobody
with the
could have
breaking news
predicted.
the other day, though, with Devin Booker before we go anywhere with this groin
Yeah,
injury.
DB.
Not D Book. Now we're down two of the big three again. No Green and no Book. It's up to Villain Brooks and crew.
it's up to Villain and Villain Junior.
Yeah, and they can get it done. They just beat the Lakers senseless.
I was gonna say essentially Booker did
With
miss
Luca,
the entire
LeBron,
game.
Austin Reeves, the whole squad. We didn't even have Booker scored 10 points in 11 minutes and then was out of there.
Yo,
And but he was going to torch them for like 40 points. I wish he would have stayed in that game, but they still got destroyed. But Book was going to cook them. I swear.
I just look at it this way: we know that not only is the Suns team a little more legit than we first thought, but it doesn't matter who's out. We're gonna give you a fight. It doesn't matter. So it's a good thing we showed that against the Lakers the other night because our next three games we have the Rockets, the Wolves, and OKC,
Wow, what a gauntlet!
and
Yeah.
we get my birthday is next Monday, so
Woo!
I'm hoping that
Let's
we
go.
we're playing the Wolves on that day. So Suns, give us and me a birthday dub, especially against the Wolves. Let's go on the road.
We need Villain and Colin to go off again.
I mean, Collins in his last game, in his last 5 games, he's averaged 20 points and almost 5 assists.
I think you heard the true point guard statement out of me. He's like, oh yeah, true point guard, motherfucker. Boom, boom, boom.
You
Just
know what else
killing
is a
it, bro.
coincidence too?
Huh?
Steve Nash is a part of the team now,
Right? He's learning from the best.
and he's out there shooting like Nash. He was hitting threes like crazy.
Yeah, I was gonna say he hit 8.
Yeah, what a stud! What an absolute find!
Well, the
Imagine if
thing
he would
is,
have just kept. Imagine if he would have just kept him in the G League.
oh, then the thing is, like what the second different Suns player this year to hit at least 7 threes in a game with Grayson Allen now.
Mm-hmm.
That's insane. And this was a team that's not supposed to do shit.
Dylan Brooks had a game like that too, and Royce O'Neal has too.
So anybody can get hot any given moment behind the line.
I think we have a better shooting version of the Thunder.
Ooh.
And I was saying that early on. Our route to success is being like the Thunder. A bunch
Man,
of
that
players
Thunder game. That Thunder game was close, man. It was so close. I'm
that
not even
game
mad
gave me
about
so
that
much hope. I'm
loss.
like, dang, we're about to beat the Thunder. Holy cow!
I know. I'm not even mad about that loss. But my thing is, like, we cannot be competitive with Denver for some reason, my guy. They always beating us by 20 plus points so far this season.
Weird.
I mean, you do. I mean, there are those coaches that give those certain teams fits. So no matter what the matchup is, you're gonna have one of those lopsided games. And
I feel like Booker never plays well against Denver. Maybe they're doing something to Booker.
Well, I think it's the Nikola effect, really. I mean, honestly, we played better with when Williams was on the floor. So really, that matchup is in reality Jokic and Williams. So
Jokic is going to
reality,
cook Williams every
who's gonna
time.
win that one? You know.
Yeah. every
So in
time.
reality,
Jokic is just gonna cook him,
I was
savage.
gonna
so
say
yeah, so
Jokic.
in reality, it's gonna be really hard to win that game because
Jokic is
we
gonna
don't even
cook 7 out of 10 at anybody that comes
what
against him.
and
But you
that
know
and we
what?
ain't even gonna play
When
the
we had
minutes that
Aiden,
Joker.
when
We
we
ain't
had
even gonna
Aiden,
play
we
the
could
minutes that
beat
Joker's
Denver.
gonna play either. So
Yeah, but when we had Aiden, we could beat Denver.
no, bro. No. I mean, and we have it. No, bro. Not in the best of seven. Like no.
I mean, he's not wrong.
We he is not wrong. I'm talking about a best of seven though. So
Yeah, you're right. I'm talking about the regular season. But hey, it's crazy that we're even having post season scenarios with the Phoenix Suns. You know,
I was gonna say we're not even full strength yet.
I mean, we all predicted we were kind of high on the Suns in the preseason and the off season. We're like, we don't know what this team could do, but we could. They were like a play-in team in our eyes, and maybe most people's eyes. But I think now we're firmly like six seed material. I'm not
I
going
was
to go
gonna
any
say,
higher than that because
wasn't
it's still, huh?
wasn't I just saying that like 2 episodes ago? Like we could possibly no, that was in the group, not episodes. I was saying that in the group. Arizona Sportsman Ask group. Like, hey, like watch us. We could be 6th seed. So
Yeah,
the way like we were slowly coming up there, and like because there was a lot of teams that were playing like dog shit that weren't even in the play-in right now, like 3-8 like a week ago, 2 weeks ago. Like a lot of teams
yeah,
playing
no
like dog
doubt.
shit in the Western Conference that aren't even in the play-in.
I was gonna
Like we
say,
can easily stay in the play-in if we keep winning.
I've said it multiple, different times on multiple outlets. It wouldn't be surprising if the Suns hit, 42, 43 wins.
Yeah, me neither. You know, I think I'm going to make a long form video for this channel about the next topic I want to talk about. And it's where the hell are the rookies? Where are they at?
In the G right now. Well,
I
and
Especially
know,
then
but
one
Corey
in
it's
the
like,
Brea,
B.
hey,
dude.
dude, I think it's time to start putting them in at the end of these blowout games, whether we're winning or losing. I mean, I see them sometimes, but I think every time they get 3 minutes that they could get in the game, they should get in the game. I had a buddy of mine. He lives next to my one of my best friends, and he's from South Sudan. And he was saying he wants to see Kamen Malawatch play. He said, I went to 4 different games, bro. I just stopped going to games because they never play Malawatch now.
Oh my.
I'm like, hey, bro, you can't go to the game expecting them to play at 18-year-old, 19-year-old rookie when we're actually halfway decent and being really competitive in all these games to the very end. There's really and also we have what 3, 4 centers, so it's like nothing personal. He's like, oh, they did the same thing to Bol Bol. I'm like, I can't defend them on the Bol Bol stuff, but I will say Malawatch will play. They drafted him 10th overall. They're not going to make him sit down. But what do you guys think about the rookies?
I mean, Malawak was a developing project anyways, and he kind of looked like that in the summer league. So you can't kind of throw him off the on the court like that, you know.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I mean, as much as and you said it right out the gate, Damien. We're and we're finding that this team is competitive. So Jordan Odd's kind of like being hesitant on throwing the rookies to the wolves right now because we have a chance to where we can beat teams that everybody was thinking. It was like, all right, we'll see the rookies super early because we're gonna get blown out, but we're kind of like, as you mentioned, because they're so young and raw, like we're going to be hesitant on throwing them into the fire so soon because this team actually has a chance, with how we're playing to go somewhere.
Yeah, and it only benefits the rookies to play as much basketball on the G League as they can. Like they're saying stuff about Malawak, like he's becoming less frantic. He's learning how to instead of just
Right.
chuck it up, he's getting to a position, getting to little pockets on the floor, posting up. Making the right moves offensively and starting to understand NBA basketball a little better. And he's dominating down there. So as long as him and Kobe Bryant aren't looking like mortals, in the G League, and they're looking like above average superstars down there, then they'll be all right in the big leagues.
Wasn't
Oh yeah.
Alex Len like 19 when we drafted him?
Alex
Oh,
Len was super
that
young.
turned horrible, bro. Because we just threw him out the gates right off the grid.
Yeah, I
We
was
did
gonna
the
say it's
same
like
So
thing with
throwing
Alan
Bambi in front of
Williams.
hunters.
We did the same thing with a lot of guys.
Oh
Joe
yeah,
Johnson couldn't get him off the. I mean, Josh Jackson.
Josh.
I mean, the one guy I felt like that personally for sure looked like that had a decent chance to see some minutes off the bench was Kobe Bryant.
Yeah, but he was the worst given actual real time though. That they sent him down to the
He had
G League
like didn't he
immediately.
like have a few of those like summer league games where the dude just could not miss though?
Yeah, he was looking good in summer league, and then they put him in the actual NBA, and then they were like, "Yo, you gotta go to the G League."
Are you talking
I
about
was just saying
preseason?
he needs to be a little more polished because I
Are you
mean
talking
the
about
guy, yeah,
preseason?
What?
Are you talking about preseason?
No, I'm talking about the actual regular NBA season. They put him in for like at the end of some games, and they put him in in some spots, and they don't. I'm not saying they don't like what they see, but I think he was the first player that they designated for the G League. Like they were like, "Yes,
Well,
you have
shit.
to go," and he's like really playing hella games down there, you know.
and that's sometimes how guys find their footing, and there's nothing wrong with that. You gotta,
Maybe he got into a shooting slump or something, and it's just like, hey, they just want him to go get as much game time as he can so he doesn't get cold.
right, and then I mean sometimes it just takes, you know, a spell down at the next level to get back up to speed, get your form going, and get
Yeah,
in
and
routine.
I honestly do think that it doesn't have to be so based on the player's performance. Sometimes it could just be based on, hey, this is the plan at this position. We have these guys, and there's really no minutes for bro. So instead of playing him 2.5 minutes, let's get him down where he can actually get some run. Maybe it's not
Right,
about his performance, and it's just, hey, all the we got Book
keep your
and
legs fresh.
Colin. There's so many people that are guards that are gonna play over him. So it's like, what is he gonna do? Just sit on the bench and not ever get any game time? So I think
I was
the
gonna
G League
say
is good for the Rickies.
nobody really. Well, I wouldn't say nobody, but a lot of people really didn't expect Colin Gillespie to come on the way he has this season. And honestly,
Nobody
he's
expected it, bro. No,
Oh no, I
nobody.
didn't.
if nobody like if he's not on one of the or if he's not your most improved, he should be at least on the 6 man list.
Oh yeah,
Oh no, I didn't. He's doing all the point guard work, honestly. So
Yeah, and it's gonna say people, and unfortunately, before the season, I was one of those guys. Maybe we should go look for somebody, but he's proving me wrong. We don't have to, do these weird whatever trades that potentially hurt our growth and our chemistry. With Gillespie, we can keep everything the way it is. So keep picking the brain of Steve Nash, gaining knowledge, gaining everything that you can, and honestly, kind of looks like Nash Jr. right now.
Chris
yeah.
Paul,
No,
Chris Paul.
that's so funny. So for me, I
Dude, that's
wanted
so fucked.
I knew Colin. I wanted him to get a chance because of how he played at the stretch of the last season, and it's because it was like, yeah, give this dude a chance to at least prove he can play because he was just going off, and he took that role and he kind of sees it. I expected him to do the point guard stuff, but I did not expect him to be such a good scorer. Like he's actually like scoring 20 points in multiple NBA games like
Oh
what looks
yeah,
like relative ease.
I was gonna say that's why he's Dillon Jr. That's why him and Dylan Brooks are partners in crime. And with Booker out, it's gonna be up to those guys to lead the charge.
I think what people underestimated and what I kind of was hoping that would be the thing that made this team good was the combined defense of not Devin Booker, Dylan Brooks, Grayson Allen, and Royce O'Neal. And then you have someone like Mark Williams as the anchor. It's way harder to score on this team than it's been to score on teams since the finals team. That team had a really intense defense. You know what I mean? Like that was the calling card with Jay Crowder and everyone. And so I feel like the that meanness, dude. If we get someone like Chris Paul and Dylan Brooks, that might be too much meanness on one team.
But I mean, you said it. I think I love most about having Dylan Brooks is he brings that pit bull mentality that we haven't had since Jay Crowder.
And Chris Paul, that's what I feel like. That's what when Book is around those type of people, he turns into that type of person.
He
Like
kind of like soaks up the energy of the people around him.
yeah, he's just a chill guy. He's just free flowing. Like hey, if we're
Mhm.
gonna be like, him and Kevin Durant, they got on the same wavelength, and it wasn't the best thing in the world for him.
Right. But no,
And
I'd be all
so
down, especially with Chris Paul being shoved out into the cold. If they'd want to bring him back for the rest of the season, I'd be for it.
On a vet's minimum.
Yeah,
yeah,
for sure.
with the expectation that you're going to be more like a on the court coach.
Mentor.
Yeah, Like,
see maybe 8, 9, 10 minutes a game off the bench or something.
yeah, hey man, even yeah, I mean, and I think that Chris Paul's always he's like the greatest game manager you can have. He knows when things are going off the rails. He knows when to stop it, when to do things, when to ask for certain things, when to speed up the tempo, when to go get a bucket himself. And I think that's the one thing that the Suns could use for a deep run. If
Man,
this team made a deep run, I'd be so freaking surprised. But then again, I wouldn't be that surprised with how things are going through 21, 22 games.
you took the words right out of my mouth, Damian, because I was about to say just the fact that Chris Paul is one of those guys that no matter what the pace of the game is, he can he can adjust it to his level, slow it down, speed it up, whatever he needs to do to put his team or help his team be in the best spot to win. And just having him back in the building, just imagine having Steve Nash and Chris Paul in the same building.
The only thing we need to do is we need to have him and Scott Foster just hug it out, man.
For real.
Because any team he's on, they're gonna put Scott Foster in the finals, and they're gonna screw him.
I mean, just like how they jokingly broke the Detroit Lions curse on Manning cast, they need to do that with. That would be absolutely brilliant.
That would be amazing. I would love that. Just hug it out, brothers.
Like hug it. Peyton Manning, Eli, if you're listening, break the Chris Paul Scott Foster curse.
Yeah, guys, if you're listening.
Hey, it's worth a shot.
Hell yeah, fuck it. Hey, Peyton, I'm honored that you're watching the show, man. Okay, guys, let's get back to reality here. Yeah, I mean, I think it's tricky. It's always tricky with a team like this one. You don't want to get too high in the sky.
I was gonna say 13-9 is a pretty nice place to be sitting right now. But how do you guys, I mentioned the 3 games that we have coming up, earlier. How do you think we fare? What's our record after those 3 games?
1-3 at best. I ain't gonna be honest. Without booking already now, so you can't expect Colin to go off like that every game too. So then
Especially
you're gonna
against
have to
those high
really
caliber
rely on
teams.
Dillon Brooks to kind of do all the work.
I'm kind of with Dill. I think we'll go 1-3. I would love to be more optimistic, but this is like an objective analytical show, or at least it's supposed to be. But yeah, I'm gonna say 1-3. It's just 2 high caliber opponents. I think we beat Houston. It's an emotional game, and then we'll probably lose the other games. Hey, but they will be convincing though. Some of them will be convincing.
I would not be shocked if we won 2.
He's not supposed to be reevaluated for another week though, to see where he's at with his groin. So
I mean, hey, that's fine. And this is the perfect opportunity to give guys more minutes that don't normally get to play.
Exactly. And Jalen Green is the earliest he could be reevaluated is the 9th. So
hey, day after my birthday, so another early birthday present, please.
Well, it's not guaranteed that they will reevaluate him. That's just the window they had was 4 to 6 weeks, and on the 9th that would be like 4 weeks. So that's like the earliest he could be evaluated if they do it, which they probably will, hopefully. And then if they do it in 4 months, then it's good. If they say, oh, we're gonna wait 2 more weeks, then they're probably just being cautious because
pull Kyler Murray, just delay it.
That's so funny.
Just prolong.
What a great segue into the Cardinals.
Yeah, you know what? He's eligible to play, but he's just not ready quite yet. So
I really hated that. I really think it's over with Kyler Murray and the Cardinals.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like it's over, doesn't it?
Honestly,
you would think so.
I mean, the way it's been weird, who knows? Like, I'm still on the fence. It could go either way because just the the atmosphere in the locker room and whatever that's been going on the entire year is just so back and forth. Like,
I felt like that up until yesterday when I went on Kyler Murray's Instagram and
He
he's
scrubbed.
posting. No, he ain't scrub. He's posting like slideshows of all from the beginning of his time here to like now. So I feel like that's a sign that he's like emotionally grappling with the fact that it's over with. Like he's posting like these like tribute videos. It felt like, and the song he put was
Dang.
like dark conversations, where it's like, yeah, we've been having hard conversations, and all the celebrities and football players are like, it's all good, Doug. You did your part. It's time to move on. Da 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 da. So it's seeming pretty final, and the guys on PHNX are all but saying, "Hey, we can't say exactly what we know, but we know that Kyler's not coming back."
Dang.
Yeah, so they've been talking like that on PHNX Cardinals.
But
So
how would this departure go about though? Because what team is willing to trade to take on that contract?
the
And
Vikings,
then if you trade him, you take a lot of dead money.
I think the
There's
Vikings, I think the Cardinals, I think the Cardinals will do something like, "Hey, we'll give you this draft pick or whatever, what the case may be." They'll sweeten the pot with the other team to where it's not just Kyler Murray. It's like, "Hey, we'll give you a high draft pick too, so you can get like a second round QB or a third round QB if Kyler doesn't work for you or something." And there's teams that desperately need a quarterback, like the Vikings. That JJ McCarthy is freaking horrible. Like
two
The
sleeper
Falcons
teams.
too.
the Falcons, the Raiders, there's teams, bro, and Kyler Murray is actually like a above average to average starting quarterback, no matter what you want to say. He's 11 or 12 statistically every year. So somebody's gonna it's gonna look good for somebody, especially somebody like the Vikings, who all they need is like someone that's just not gonna f it up. And even though he'll f it up sometimes, he won't f it up more than he will f it up. So I feel like if Byron Murphy's over there, I feel like it'd be a good match.
Call me wild, but I believe one of the two teams that Kyler, if he is moved, is going to be the Dolphins or the
Oh
Jets.
no!
I would
Oh,
hate both of
you're gonna
those.
steal my other
I would
one.
hate both of those destinations for Kyler for one reason alone. It's cold over there, and it sucks playing football in the cold. I could see him in New York though.
100%. Aaron Glenn gets his guy. He gets a fresh restart. Garrett Wilson finally has somebody who can throw him a deep ball.
They would definitely win more
I was
games with
gonna.
Kyler because he could get away from all those. But the thing about what people don't realize is the divisions are so much worse than the NFC West that he would have success immediately in another division. Because
100%. Like
the
our
football teams just don't know what the heck they're doing over there, and we're the only football team in this division that doesn't know what the heck they're doing. So if he gets to a place where they're like, "Hey, we have Kyler Murray. These are his weaknesses. Let's take players and build around that. We don't even have to build the whole team around them. Let's just make sure we protect them and make sure this or that is good, so he doesn't mess it up." And boom, because that's the opposite of what the Cardinals have done the whole time, except for with Cliff. With Cliff was like, "Hey, we're gonna build this thing around you, dude. You're the man. You're the show." And he would religiously get 300 and 400 yards, won Oroy, and took us to the playoffs. But ever since different coaches tried to make him do things that weren't his strengths, he started looking worse and worse. So get him somewhere where they can have a system around him, or build a system around him. I don't know. Look at Carolina and Bryce Young. They need to do something like that for Kyler.
not so
I mean, if
situation,
you
okay? Think about it. If the Commanders are ever worried about Jaden Daniels' injury situation, imagine if the Commanders got involved in the trade and he goes back with Cliff.
Bro, I
it's
floated
too
this
soon.
idea in the
It's
group
too.
months ago, and everybody attacked me. Do you remember
It's
that?
too. Yeah, but listen, it's too soon to give up on the Jay and Daniels experiment. He just had a bad healthy year. That's it. That's simply it. He just had a bad because he was phenomenal his rookie year. Just you just had bad luck this year with his health. That's it. He'll be rolling back year 3, so it's all good. But however, what I was trying to say, like, yeah, with Frank, I agree. Like, I can see him going on the Dolphins, but like, low key, imagine him on the Falcons though, with Bijan Robinson and Drake London and
They
Kyle
would
Pitts if
cook.
he's still around. Like, they could cook on that team. Plus, they have a decent defense too. Like, they drafted like 2 edges in the
Oh yeah,
first
their
Oh,
round
edges
that's
are
too.
that's probably the
studs.
best spot, dude. Him or
And
that or
think
the
about
Vikings
it.
is the best spot. I mean, look at he likes wearing Michael Vick jerseys, so maybe they'll have a Kyler Vick jersey out there.
Not only that,
I
but you don't know what's going to happen with Michael Penix's injury. Like he's going to be out for the foreseeable future, and then like I said before, Kirk Cousins is pretty much cooked as a starter.
No, super
So
cooked
like
as a starter.
ideally on paper, like yeah, having Kyler in Miami sounds dope, especially if you're trying to convince Tyreek to stay one more year. Like, hey, like Tua's gone. Like here's Kyler Murray. But like you have Tyreek, you have Kyler, you have Devon Achane and Jalen Waddle. Like the speed on that offense on paper is insane. So like on paper
Dude,
it's dope, but it's not really. I don't feel like it's a systematic place for Kyler Murray compared to Atlanta.
could you
So
imagine if they sent us Tua in return?
I would not want that. I
I
would say
know,
no,
hell
no,
no.
no. Push the button. Heck no.
I was gonna
What
say,
the hell?
especially with our hot dog water history with an offensive line. Man, that's one of the
Yeah.
biggest things that I've seen so many people on our group and all over the internet talk about.
But here's the thing,
The
though.
fact that we let Clayton Adams go to freaking Dallas.
But here's the thing, though. I'm gonna be bold with it. So Atlanta doesn't even have a first round pick this year. You know who has it?
Who?
The Rams do.
Yep. The Rams.
So honestly, I'm gonna go bold with it. They don't even have a first round pick to offer us for Kyler Murray. The Rams have it.
See, but the thing is, the way I
He has a
don't know.
big contract. Kyler's not getting a first rounder from nobody.
I was
No
gonna say
offense
it's
to,
gonna be like a second or a third.
yeah, it's got to be a second or a third rounder. I would like, come on, man. He's that contract.
But why would Falcons give up a second or third round pick when they don't have a first round pick?
Was to get a
So
quarterback.
they're
Quarterback is
kind
the
of at
most.
their what they're kind of have their backs against the table to like give us anything for Kyler Murray.
Well,
We have to
because
outright
no,
release him
listen,
for
because
him.
they have a team that's built to win right now. They don't have time to wait for
They
rookies
just
and wait
need a
for guys
QB.
to get. They need a quarterback. It's like it might sound
So
good if you
Sean
have.
McVay, fuck it, but they gotta get rid of the coach first though because he's just not it.
Yeah, maybe they'll
He
do
is a
that.
dumbass.
Maybe the new coach is the one that wants Kyler. Whoever the new coach may be. But all right. I feel like we've spent a lot of time on this.
No, I mean, not really. It's interesting to see where he could end up if he's not here. So
Yeah, it is
Oh,
definitely interesting. I think like at the end of the day though, the Rams ain't realistic. They got Matthew Stafford putting up Hall of Fame numbers this year. They're
I
gonna
never
ride
said he
that
was gonna
back.
go to the Rams. I'm just saying all I said was the Rams have a first round pick. The Falcons first round pick, so they can't even give us a first round pick because the Rams on it. That's all I said.
Oh, okay, my bad. I
yeah,
Yeah,
no,
misheard
you're
that.
good.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, they can't give us a first round pick. They don't need to. They can still pull the Kyler Murray trade off. But I think that Atlanta's a great destination. I think Minnesota is a great destination. I think the Raiders is a shit destination, but it's better than going to New York, and it's better than going to the other team that you said, New York, and who else?
Miami.
Miami. Yeah, no, thank you.
yeah.
It the
I'm locking
Dolphins
in the Jets. He's gonna
the
end up
Dolphins
a
are
Jet if
stacked
he
though,
is
but I
moved.
just feel like
Low key, a dark horse team after Aaron Rodgers retires, the Steelers too.
Oh,
the Steelers have been interested in him for years, bro. I think if they would do it, I think they would do it.
That's another dark horse team that could be playing it too. So to me, I
good
feel like
one,
it comes
Dylan.
down to Minnesota or Atlanta, but a dark horse team that could just randomly swoop in is Pittsburgh.
Yeah, it would be so weird to see him in Pittsburgh Steeler uniform. It would break my brain. So weird.
Dude,
I could handle anything else, but Pittsburgh is horrible. I hate them.
But hey, we currently have the eighth pick though, so I'm currently on tank watch for the Cardinals. But what's crazy is we're only 2 games behind the number one pick.
see, but the thing is,
That's crazy.
If you're the Cardinals, given the fact, do you take the best offensive lineman you can get, which I think is honestly smart, or think about this? Yeah, you got Wilson, who by himself is awesome, but think about if you got the chance to pair Marvin Harrison Jr. and Trey McBride with Jordan Tyson.
For me, if we're trading Kyler Murray, getting rid of Kyler Murray, I'm not taking anybody but a quarterback.
If so, listen, I'm not expecting us to go top three, but if we
Who's your
slide into
quarterback?
five at the end of the season and to it, because three quarterbacks are projected to go top five, and if a team really needs a quarterback and two of the three are taken, and we're at number five, we can strike gold, baby, in the draft.
Yeah,
Who
maybe
you?
trading down is the
So
best thing to do.
so you can potentially get an offensive line and a quarterback high if we move on from Kyler Murray if we don't trade or sign a free agent.
Who's your guy in this draft?
I personally, I like the guy from North Texas if he's eligible, which I think he is. So
I don't have a guy in this draft. I'm just saying if you're getting rid of your quarterback and you don't have a plan to get another quarterback,
he has a hell of a long last name. I'm just not ain't trying to butcher it, but just
No,
look
you're
up
is it the
North
good.
Texas
Nessemeyer
quarter.
kid?
So this dude like a month ago threw like a 600-yard game and like 4 touchdowns.
Is it the
Insane shit.
Nessemeyer
Like
kid?
No, he's at LSU, bro.
who the guy in North Texas? North
No,
Texas?
I'm talking to Dame. I don't know his
Oh,
name, but I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, I'm not up on college right now. I've been doing other things. I don't really watch college football that much, but
But no,
well,
I
you
definitely,
should start doing it because the
dude.
draft we're in top 10 territory.
yeah, I got you now, right?
Especially when you
No
got a
playoffs
guy
anymore.
that can throw 600 yards, like that's definitely at least taking a flyer on.
Yeah.
But the thing is, at this point, no matter who you do at quarterback, if you still have the same organization, the same inability to accept change, or that your system isn't working, it's not going to matter.
Well, here's another thing. Drew Petzing's still hired. We never even said fire Drew.
Well, we're going to start that hashtag pets out.
I think it's a moot point right now because Jonathan Gannon is gonna wait till the offseason to fire him.
Well, if at this
We
point,
can
I just
still
hope he
rally him to
does.
do it, but it's not gonna happen in season. The season's already lost. They're eliminated from the playoffs. If he's not fired yet, what's the point of firing him?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, just from a
That's
logical
fair.
standpoint, what's the point of starting over when there's no chance of actually winning?
He's gonna become more of a villain than Dylan Brooks. Call some fuck it shit like fake punts, and it's gonna work, and he's gonna give us a win or two, and we're just gonna go outside the top 10 in the draft, and then get fired. He's like later, I'll and give us a worse draft pick, and then get fired.
That's so funny.
So
Well,
Dude, the thing that's wild about Petzing is that he was the finalist against Ben Johnson for the Bears job.
they knew they were gonna hire Ben Johnson, bro.
Could you imagine though how Chicago would be if Petzing was their head coach right
yeah,
now as
how
opposed
did
to
he get an
Ben
interview?
Johnson?
Dude, what's it called? Caleb Johnson be out of the league.
Caleb Williams.
Yeah, Caleb Johnson. Caleb Williams would be out of the league without Ben Johnson if he had Drew Petzing. Holy
Dude,
cow.
he would look.
Honestly, if all the coaches go, we need to just stop playing around and hire Eric Bieniemy. Just stop playing around.
I think Eric Bieniemy intimidates the owners. He's just a mean, old, crotchety dude. He seems like he really knows football, though, but he seems like he's super intense.
That's what we've been. We haven't had intensity since Bruce Arians.
Yeah,
So
I would love some intensity, bro. I would love it.
Dude, hey, we'll do it this way. We'll call up Bruce Arians and have him in on the coaching search.
You know who we need to get? Kurt Warner. He's been seeming
He
like
needs to be our OC.
He needs to be in some sort of position, bro. He's been doing all this talking and doing, and I like the way it sounds. Get in here and teach these people how to play quarterback, buddy.
Yeah, I was gonna say because I've seen his interviews on PHNX, and like you said, he's just we need to get this guy as an offensive coordinator, an analyst, a QB coach, or something. But
he has his own little QB coaching business that he does in the offseason for quarterbacks. I think he's making hella money, so he's just gonna stay doing that and just doing those guest appearances. But I would hope that he one day wants to come and help the Cardinals or the Rams or somebody, but hopefully the Cardinals.
at this point, I'm just hoping Ishba, buys the Cardinals someday.
just buy everybody.
Because
the Mercury, the Rattlers, bring the Coyotes back.
Because I mean, at least say what you will about the man, but 100% you can't deny he's committing to winning. He is 100% willing to build, destroy, bring it, whatever he needs to do to try to win a ring.
Hey, he's impressed me again. He lost me for a second there, and I'm back on the train.
If he owned the Cardinals, we would not be dealing with half the crap that we do. Those Casasitas would be disappeared, and we would have more freaking.
Well, in Michael Bidwell's defense, which I don't think I've ever said that before in my life. in Michael Bidwell's defense, Matt Ishbia has way more money than him. So maybe
Damn.
that's the thing. Matt
Shall
Ishbia
we?
is rich as fuck, dude.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's in on the housing market.
Yeah, the mortgage market, dude.
But
Trust me,
should we?
all of our buildings are popping up with those names. So yeah, we definitely know.
That's so funny.
Should we go
The
to
morgue. I
Pick'em
like that
since
little. I
we're?
like the. I didn't like it at first, but now when someone called it the morgue, like one of the announcers called it the morgue, I'm like, oh, I like that.
Should we go to Pick'em since us three are on a time limit?
Oh,
Yeah, man, it's been 15 minutes, so let's see what we gotta do.
Yahtzee,
Finish out
Yahtzee,
these 15 with the Pick'ems.
You think
Yahtzee.
Pickums will take 15 minutes?
Well, if
You
not, it's all
fool.
good. So
You want to see where we're at?
yes, sir. Where we at?
Yes.
All
I
right. So the
had a
last,
weird week again.
So
I
we
was
should
gonna
explain to
say,
the viewers that we have a little like group chat, I guess, and whatnot. We did our picks through that Thanksgiving week. So
yep, because we didn't record, we have everything recorded, and then of course we're doing tallies for the last 2 weeks instead of just one. So the last 2 weeks, Damien, you went 18-12.
That's horrible.
Dylan, you went 20-10. I went 19-11.
Damn it.
And then
baby, it's still king.
overall,
I'm still
Dylan,
winning.
you're still in first place, unfortunately,
Let's go.
at 120-72. Damien, you're in second at a record of 118-74, so only 2 games back. And then I caught up 1 game, so I'm at 114-78, 6 games back overall.
You know what? It's all good. So when I finish in first place and all that, and if we don't hit 200 subscribers, and when I do get first place, I'll get that Trey McBride jerseys that subscribers could have
But what
had.
are you saying? You
So
saying when you get first place, like that's gonna happen? That's hilarious.
yeah, so I'm
You're
gonna get
acting
that
like
Trey
we're not going
McBride
to get those
jersey, courtesy of
subscribers.
Frankie and Damien when I win. So
You're acting like we're not going to get those subscribers. We're already gaining.
no, I'm just saying if
Gonna
we don't hit
win.
that goal, I'm like, yo, got my Trey McBride jersey.
All right,
So
guys, let's get it on. Let's get it popping. Pick'ems for week 14 of 18 of the NFL season. Tonight we got the Cowboys going to the Lions in Detroit. This is tough. The Cowboys have been hot lately. The Lions have been burning me too. You know what? I'm gonna go with the Cowboys. I'm gonna do it. The winning streak will continue. What about you, Dylan?
yeah, the line's been burning me too, but not today. I saw something like they're like they won like 10 in a row, something like that after like losing a game or something like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah, they're on 10 games in a row winning after losing a game. So I'm gonna go with the Lions.
The thing is, I've been rolling with Dallas the last couple of weeks. They're on fire. Kudos to Schottenheimer for turning that around. Dak's playing good. They got a really nice running back in Devontae, but I'm taking Detroit. It's going to be an interesting experiment to see Jahmyr Gibbs line up at wide receiver.
He was god awful last week.
Last
He
week,
could not get anything going.
the Lions, just as an offense, could not do anything last week, and it's going to be interesting to see Montgomery getting the start at back and then Gibbs at wide receiver. Hopefully, they can give Goff a chance to throw, but yeah, Lions.
All right, let's go. We got another game coming, and the next one is Tennessee Titans going to Cleveland to face the Browns. I am gonna take the Browns. Dylan, what about you?
I will take Shador in this one too.
We are, for the second week in a row, going with a Browns sweep.
We
And
lost
it
last week.
backfired on us last week. So.
Yeah. This next one is gonna be another doozy. It's gonna be the Seattle Seahawks flying into the Birds of Prey, the Falcons. And I'm gonna go with Darnold and the Seahawks. What about you, Frank A?
Oh God, I think I'm gonna throw up in my mouth if I feel like this is going the way I think it's gonna go. I gotta go Seattle too. Atlanta's just got nothing right now. Kirk Cousins got a noodle arm. Darnold gets it done.
Yeah, it's a Seattle sweep. Ugh.
A darn Seattle sweep. Well, that sucks. The next game is Colts and Jags. Both of these teams are on the edge of contention for playoffs. I think that they're the team that they need to beat to get that spot. So this is gonna be a tough game. Woo. I'm gonna go with. Whew, I'm gonna go with the Colts. They've been reeling lately. They've been looking bad, but I'm gonna go with them. Dylan.
Interesting you say that with Daniel Jones playing with a fractured fibula the rest of the season until he taps out. I feel like this is a game where a lot of people are going to be on the Colts, but not me. I won't be fooled with this trap. I'm going to go with the Jags.
My thing is, I've said this in multiple episodes, you never know what Jaguars team is going to show up. They look really good one week, and then they look like dog shit the next week. I can't trust the Jaguars in this game. Jonathan Taylor's going to run it down their throats for 3 touchdowns and show why he's the MVP candidate frontrunner.
Yeah, they need to get Daniel Jones out of there. Washington Commanders versus the Vikings in Minnesota. I'm gonna go with the Commanders. I mean, even if it's Marcus Mariota, I think that they're figuring it out how to play and how to score touchdowns. I just don't trust the Vikings right now. I can't really. I can't trust them. What about you, Frankie?
Yeah, I can't. I mean, I was as much as I was excited to see what JJ McCarthy could do at the start of the year, kind of regretting that now. He does not look good. And as you said, I trust Mariota more than I do, trust McCarthy. The Commanders are getting healthier on offense. They got Scary Terry back, so give me the Commanders.
Man, what a great game last week out of Washington with Denver last week on Sunday Night
Oh
Football.
man, that was nice.
Such
Yeah,
a
that was
good
a
game,
great
dude.
game. Yeah, JJ is looking horrible. I don't even know who the hell played at quarterback last week for Minnesota.
Brosmer.
Nonetheless, give me
Brosner.
Commanders on this one. I feel like they're going to bounce back this week after the loss they had last week. So give me Commanders.
Nice. The next one is the Bengals and the Bills. Man, the Bills have been losing games they should win. I don't know what's what with the Buffalo Bills, but I'm gonna take them to get back on track here against Joe Burrow. I've been doing some reaching, so I'm gonna try to reel it in here with this one. What about you, Dylan?
What was the game again? Sorry.
Buffalo Bills at home versus the Cincinnati Bengals.
Oh, it was the Bengals. I really don't want to get torched by the fucking Bills again. And then Joe Burrow's back too. Man, Bengals. I want to probably regret it.
See, my thing is, we saw last week against the Ravens that Cincinnati's a completely different team with Joe Burrow, and when he has the offense in motion. As much as I don't want to, I'm taking the Bengals too.
Hey, I
It's
love
that
it.
defense, man. The defense is horrible.
It is.
A middle school team can play better than that, man.
But the
And
Bills,
Baltimore
man,
only scored 14 points.
the Bills are crazy bad right now. I
That was a
feel you,
trap
man.
under game.
Oh yeah, for sure. The next one is
Vegas
going to
with
be in
them.
Tampa Bay. My bad. The next one's going to be in Tampa, and it's going to be this Tampa Bay Buccaneers against the New Orleans Saints. I'm going to go with Baker and the Bucks. What about you, Frankie?
Baker's gonna bake.
I guess a Bucks sweep.
Nice. Next
It's gonna
game
be
is going to be
sweet.
a rivalry game. One of my favorite rivalries in all of football. You're going to be in Baltimore, and the Steelers are coming into town. I'm always going to take Baltimore in this game, no matter how the teams look. Baltimore all the way for me. What about you, Dill?
Man, Aaron Rodgers is kind of ballsy putting the blame on John New Smith, man. I wonder how that's going to play out heading into this game when he's putting the blame on other teammates and less accountability on himself as a leader.
Well, he does.
Nonetheless, I'm gonna take the Ravens on this one too, and then he's gonna throw more of a fucking fit. I'm gonna love it. So
You know, I picked against them last week, but I think the Steelers are gonna have a fire this week. Give me the Steelers.
All right, awesome. Dolphins are going to go into New York to play the Jets. This is tough. I think that I trust the Dolphins offense more than the Jets defense, though. So I'm gonna take Miami in New York. I know that's crazy. It's gonna be cold. They don't play good in the cold. Um, and I'm talking myself out of this. But you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna just stick with the Dolphins. What about you, Dylan?
Thank you. Come again, because I'm going to go with the New York Jets. Because for some weird reason, they've been more competitive when they traded Williams and Sauce. So they were supposed to play worse, not better. So
I was gonna say maybe you just had to be the old addition by subtraction method. I honestly, like as Dylan said, they've been playing pretty good football. They've been sneaky close in a lot of their games. Give me the Jets to defend their home turf. The fish are gonna flounder in the cold.
Nice, I love it. All right, we got the Broncos going into Las Vegas to play the Raiders. A rivalry game. These games are played tough. I'm gonna take Denver. Denver's been rolling. I'm gonna roll with them. Frankie, what about you?
This is a no contest. Denver, Knicks country.
even though they're the worst 10-3 team in the league, in my opinion, I don't even think they're going to make it to the AFC Championship game. Still give me Denver. So
All right, the next one is
Trace
here
down.
in Arizona, where I'm at. Arizona Cardinals host the Los Angeles Rams, and
Oh,
I think that
it's
the
a
Rams are going to win
bloodbath.
this game. What about you, Dylan?
I'm sorry. Did my ears just see me? Who's going to win this game?
The Rams.
Oh my goodness. He didn't pick the Cardinals.
Yeah, I know,
Let's
right? It's
go.
insane.
Dang. So, yeah, I'm going to pick the Rams too.
you know, you guys made your picks pretty easy, but the fact that the Rams looked, I don't know, against Carolina, I think the
Carolina's
birds
been
keep it.
surging.
I think the birds keep it closer than everybody thinks, but yeah, unfortunately, we're looking like a Rams sweep.
Damn, he was about to do it, but he caught himself.
Oh, that hurt me.
Right, it hurt me too. That's why I had to just get it out of the way. The next one is going to be in Green Bay. The Green Bay Packers are going to take on the Bears. Um, I'll keep this short and sweet and simple. I think that since the Green Bay's at home, I'm going to rock with them. Dale, what do you think?
I'm going to go with the Packers too.
Ho, 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 ho. Let's go. Let's see. I'm the only guy that's going to stay on this bear train. Ben Johnson with the shirt.
Dang, more energy for the Bears than for U of A. That's crazy. No, I'm just kidding. um, that's awesome though. The next one is going to be Texans going into the KC Arrowhead Stadium. Give me KC, man. What about you, Frankie?
As much as I don't want to, Patty M gets it done.
I'm going to have to go with KC too. You can't trust with Stroud or Mills who's at it. So
And these are two teams that I like to pick this for this Monday night game to end us off today. It's going to be the Eagles at Chargers. I think that the Eagles need to win. So I'm going to pick them to win. What about you, Dylan?
I'll have to roll with the Eagles.
Every time I have tried to pick the Eagles, to defend the Eagles, what have you, their offenses look like hot dog water. We are taking Harbaugh. This guy is going Chargers.
All right, awesome. Okay, that wraps it up, dude. So if you guys are watching this and you like what you see, you like what you hear, please link in the description to all of our social medias, everywhere you can join us and buy some merch. And we'd love to hear what you have to say. So please make some comments.
Big
Yep.
news concerning merch coming soon, by the way.
Nice.
But yeah, it's 200 subs. Trey McBride jersey. So
100 D Hop, too.
Let's go.